I am Adiola and I'm the creative director of Corporate Ewa. I run Corporate Ewa and Corporate Ewa is basically all about ordering food online and getting it delivered to to people. And basically, I think the unique positioning for us is that we focus on authentic African dishes. And with that, we've been able to operate for the past 3 years, rather. Sorry, we've been able to operate for the past 3 years, and we are still going. At first it was survival, and now it's about doing something different. Initially when we started, I started all from school, and back when I was still in LASU, and from LASU, so I just wanted something to survive with, and I wanted something unique. And so I came across the just an inspiration when you're just going through your socials, and then you come across a friend's tweet and you're like, can I get this, so can I get this, and we're going somewhere. And I'm like, funny enough, it wasn't even in Lagos. And then I was in Lagos. If people can come to, Twitter to ask for a going, why not? So we started it, and over time we have expanded my menu, and we now introduce a lot of things, but we ensure that it is always authentic African meals, and we prepare it in the traditional style. Unlike when you go to, beans, other people cook beans with maybe pressure pots, they use gas. We don't do that. We use the authentic African style. However, it is packed and branded in a way that makes you want to eat it all the time, anywhere. And that was I think towards November 2020. Yeah, I knew I could not manage it with school again, and so I had to put school on hold for the business. And so that was at the point when I knew that yes, this thing was going to be beyond what it was currently. It's been, just the way life is, up, down, but good enough to keep us running. I think it was last year. Last year was like, it was a break, a sort of break. I got to a limit, that I got to a point where I never would have expected for myself, not just for myself, for everyone working with us. We got to a stage where we knew that no, this is like, anyone would not believe that this is how it started. So that was it for me. Okay, I feel like there's not a most, because you would think you have gotten to the most challenging, and then there's another one, and then there's another one. I feel like the one I would say is almost the most challenging was when we were at the previous operating location, and then the security challenge came up, the light issue and everything. It was not, of course, as a business, we cannot work remotely. And not just that, we always need light because we need to preserve a lot of things. And then we were working from a place where the light was terrible. And then the security was very, very poor. So, when you stay in this area that is close to, Lawansi and the lights kind of area, and one morning you are scared that what if this dispatch rider, what if they break bottle on his head, what if staff, moments like that. And other ones would be dealing with staff, dealing with artisans and the likes. I never actually liked business. I always hated business growing up. I was the type that wanted to, wear heels, dress smartly, go to the office. And, I just wanted the corporate lifestyle. And I think that was what inspired the name, because I wanted to be a corporate person, but I found myself in business, and now I'm stuck. There's no way out. So I never wanted to be a business person, but the business life is for me. So that's just it for me. Okay, I think now I have gotten to I enjoy both parts, because I could choose to go to the kitchen to join my people, and I could choose to sit in my office, enjoy the AC. I have the flex for the two. Social media. That's what we bank on. It's been very helpful, very, very helpful. I feel like at every point of the business, the social media has been, we've leveraged on social media from the starting till this current moment. All of our clients, we got them from social media. We never had to do, traditional marketing. Or, in fact, traditional marketing never worked because, it is corporate wise. It's not the one that, So we got all of our clients from social media, most of even new friends and all of that. They all come through social media, running ads. You're able to connect to a lot of people with just running ad as low as 10K, and before you know it, you can connect to people as much as 10,000. And yeah, social media has been very helpful. Outside the business, I wanted to be something else. Like I said, the business initially started with survival, and then we moved to, expansion and all of that. And then I now saw that whenever anyone sees me, what they first see is Ewa going babe. So I wanted something different from that. I wanted to be, I mean, when I introduced myself, I didn't mention that I could develop website. I'm a developer, still in training. However, I could do some things front end and a little back end. So I wanted to be something outside the business. So I wanted to separate myself, be a separate entity from the business. So when you meet me and you have probably not heard of the business, I could tell you about myself without having to mention the business. Although I feel I feel that already. So yeah, I decided that I needed something I could learn, something I could do without that wouldn't hurt the business as much. And so I thought that tech was one that I could leverage on, and I started the training last year, you know, started PHP and all of that, and it's been interesting. I mean, I'm part of those developing the website currently. Sometimes I feel like you only live once. Other times I feel like what if there are more days to be lived? And so I try to save as much as possible, and I also try to enjoy as much as possible. There's a balance. I've been able to get a balance with it. Like every day now, there's a certain amount of money that I must save. Do you understand? However, there's still, I cannot see, maybe, okay, I like food. So there is no point in which I'll starve myself of whatever I crave. I feel like that is how I satisfy myself. So if I die tomorrow now, I do not have any regrets. I mean, next of kin can take all the money. I have eaten the one that I feel like would satisfy myself even if I die now. So I save, I always save, because there is no way you would progress in life. There is no way you want to move from point A to B without saving, investing. Do you understand? At every point in time, we've moved from one location to the other to another location. We've expanded, and all through those periods, it would I mean, it's easy for anybody to make such money and spend it all on maybe luxury and anything. I'm not saying it is wrong. However, what has helped us move from one step to the other quickly than any other person would is because there's just something that goes to the account every day, no matter how poor this day is or whatever. So yeah. I am very, very much interested in investing. Last year, I think I started using RiseVest 2020, and so far, I'm always pushing for RiseVest even on my socials, because I used them 2020 when we wanted to move to a new location. When I withdrew the money, I was able to use it to expand to the new location. 2021, I saved with them, withdrew, and still used it to expand. Last year, the new office we currently operate from January, I got my money from RiseVest December, all through the year, and then I was able to use it to expand. So I'm a big fan of savings and investment, especially one that you can do conveniently from your phone. My experience has been one that has been interesting. I was part of those that invested when dollar was still 610. That was, I think, last year. Dollar was 610 in the beginning of the year, and then I invested since that time, January, till December. Was it December or October when I withdrew? I started at 610 and then I withdrew at 725. So aside the interest, you can already calculate how much. I mean, the difference between 610 to 725 is about over 100 naira, and then multiplied by whatever I have saved. Do you understand? So I feel like it was very cool, very, very cool. And aside that, it was convenient. It was convenient. I could top up easily, just get the account transfer to it. So that was it for me, the convenience and then withdrawal. It was easy. If at all, okay, at some point when I wanted to withdraw, I think was in November or October, I had an issue. They were like, okay, you cannot withdraw this once, withdraw it, you have to break it. And then I was like, what is this? Blah blah blah, my money, kinika, kinika. And before I knew it, they said, okay, please, they called me and said, okay, please calm down, do this, do that. I did it, and before evening I got the money withdrawn. And so I feel like being able to, when even if there's an issue, I could send a mail and then I got a response and then it was rectified shortly after. The fact that dollar rises, I know I want Naira to appreciate. However, whenever I'm on rise vest, please, please, I need that dollar to appreciate because I am spending it in Nigeria. I mean, if I was doing it from outside Nigeria, I might not want that. But considering that I'm in Nigeria and I'll be spending the money in Nigeria. Okay, something happened, I think last year. I was supposed to leave the money. Oh, December. The money moved from I think it moved from 710 to 740. And I just withdrew and then I put some money in another, savings platform again. That was like, it was so painful. Because whereby I could have just left it for a few days and then I'll just get top up notification that kiniko your dollar. Do I use real estate and then which one is that first one? Sef? Because yeah, I do not do high risk invest like stock and the likes. No, I'm not rich enough for that to spend. It is up and down, and so I rather do things. I take medium risk actually. It's not like anybody's perfect. Yeah, none of us. I don't think there's any genius anywhere. The only reason a genius is because the genius keeps trying and keeps trying. You don't stop. You just keep. The consistency is what makes the difference in both of us. You could start a thing and I start the same thing. Your result might be different from mine because of the kind of, the dedication you put to it. Fine, the investment you put to it also. But if you cannot endure for long, you might not be able to get as much reward as you should. So whatever you're doing, just make sure, just keep your head dear like that, and the results will definitely show. I think we give them the usual experience in a different style. I mean, you can just this year, but just as we are having this session, if you walk out there, you'd see where we're going. But somebody will see it and still live there and come to our Instagram or probably message us and say, I want a we're going. They could buy 200 naira on the road, but they choose to come and buy the 2,500, 3,500, 4,000, 5,000. Some even buy as much as you can think of. So it's the experience. Do you understand? They come to us, we give them the usual traditional, the authentic traditional taste in a very branded, people love branding too. And so in a way that they would not experience on the street. We bring the streets to the world of class.